You almost typed it like like perfectly. Throw up the intro right there, and we are live. Got all the stats up. Can we talk about Derek White and Marcus Smart actually hit their shots, but it was really the Al Horford Jaylen Brown show. What did you take from it?
Dude, everyone on Boston, especially in that fourth quarter, they were just draining. I thought like the first three quarters were awesome. Both teams were just throwing on a clinic for us. And yeah, Boston just came in ready to go. Their opening unit in the fourth quarter really just kind of helped ignite it. And I'm pretty amped, man. I'm pretty amped.
There it was a wild game. I did not expect all of that. When I was watching that game, I honestly at the beginning I was like, okay, this is just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. I went during halftime. I kind of like was on my phone at the beginning of the second half, and I looked up at like the 8 minute marker, and Jaylen Brown was just an Al Horford. That's when they started cooking, and the next thing you know, it was like a 15-point lead. I was like, damn, they really just beat the Warriors at their own game.
Dude, I have a kind of similar story about that. It was tied 103, and I went and get a drink, come down, the Celtics are up 9. Like what the fuck?
It was wild, and the crazy part was everyone you thought that wasn't gonna hit their shot, and the person you thought who would have had the big game, like I know he had 13 assists, but Jason Tatum literally became a decoy.
Yeah.
By he was literally just baiting the Warriors into thinking he was scoring, and then he would just dish it off to Marcus Smart or Jaylen Brown. You know, it was another person who didn't play at all, who like kind of disappeared, who I thought would have had a bigger role. Grant Williams. Yeah, you took it out. That's so funny you said that. Yeah, literally, I was like, at one point of the game, I was like, did they really just bench Grant Williams?
Yeah. Yeah, that was surprising. I mean, you even had Peyton Pritchard drain some shots.
Dude, they had Payne Pritchard in the fourth, like crunch time. I watched that. Also, what the hell was that play by Andre Iguodala when he threw the ball up like that, and he like literally looked like it was gonna hit the ceiling, and he was like at midcourt, and he just chucked it up.
I don't remember his like stat. I remember going into this series thinking like I remember going into the playoffs thinking like, you know what? Iggy's dope. I'm looking forward to him. But yeah, that was questionable. He did have that nice little behind the back pass. Forget which quarter that was, but
he had some moments, but you could clearly tell he was like rusty, like completely rusty. And shout out Shade Texan.
Shade.
Can we low-key say this guy kind of looks like you in this picture? Like,
bro, that is me.
That is you?
That's me. That's me. Yeah, he's my boy. He's one of my loyal subscribers.
That is so geek that it's a picture of you. Every time I saw that, I was like, dude, that really looks like you. No, I honestly thought, did we even see Gary Payton II? No, they didn't play Gary Payton II, did they?
Kind of bummed about that because I'm gonna just keep this up. I kind of bummed about that because I made a whole video about him on my Warriors channel. I was amped. I'm like, I guarantee you, he's gonna make an impact tonight. Didn't play.
And hopefully nothing comes up with that Steph Curry. Did you see him? He turned his ankle on one of the. Yeah, hopefully nothing serious comes of that. But I want to say honestly, the Warriors kind of just lost their aggressiveness. They were aggressive in the first half. They were fighting, but then the Boston Celtics honestly just physically imposed their will onto the Warriors and played their own game.
Yeah, I mean it was ugly. What did they go 5 minutes in the end of the game without a bucket? What are you doing?
They were outscored 40-16 in the fourth.
Yeah, they're outscored 40-16. So read that right there. But I'm watching. I mean, Steph. No one on the Warriors did anything in the fourth quarter, but like, it was literally from like I think like 7-minute mark to 2-minute mark. Golden State had 0 points. It was unreal. And it was a little bit of both. Like I would say, we know how good the Boston Celtics defense is, but like, it's not like I don't think Golden State was really helping their cause in a lot of those possessions. I mean, it's just ugly, and it'll be fixed. I got no concern in the world. Boston can enjoy their little victory here on the road. It was a very impressive victory on the road. First loss of the playoffs at home for the Golden State Warriors.
I actually did not know that. That's actually a great stat right there.
Yeah.
I want to say not the turnover battle wasn't really a big thing. They were pretty even on the turnovers. I think the Warriors had 14, the Celtics had 12. But what I thought was interesting was they both had 39 rebounds, but it really felt like the Celtics were getting all the rebounds they wanted. Like Peyton Pritchard had 6 rebounds.
That is a shocking statistic.
I know 5 of them are defensive, but still, Peyton Pritchard had 6 rebounds. If you're letting Peyton Pritchard get 6 rebounds on you, how the hell are you expected to win a game?
Yeah, for real, dude. What is going on? 6 rebounds? He tied Robert Williams.
We got Derpy Gaming over here saying the highlight of the night was seeing the bandwagon fan base leave early. That was true. It was actually pretty impressive how quick that arena started emptying. Like that arena, when the Celtics were cheered, there was probably a third of the people left in that arena.
Yeah, when they were making their shots at the end.
Yeah, like
it was like nothing but cheers. All I heard were cheers.
probably all the Boston fans that live in California were there. They're the Boston faithful were the ones left in that arena. First game in San Francisco. How does it feel? And wow. Okay, so this is actually a true point because every game is 3 to 4 days apart. I think the next game's on Sunday.
Yeah.
This series is, I think, like 2 weeks long, 3 weeks long if it goes to Game 7.
I love it.
I actually do like that. I do want a Game 7.
Yeah. Even from like a content creator standpoint, like it's so much more manageable. Like it's just a lot more manageable from that aspect. But even just watching it, like I like to, like I'm probably gonna just wake up tomorrow and watch highlights from this game. I'm probably gonna do the same thing the next day, but I'm gonna be listening to Shannon Sharp give his take on this tomorrow. Like I like, cause imagine, I don't know. There's something like, we wait the whole season for this right here. Like we wait the whole season for this. Why not stretch it out? Why not milk it out? And yeah, you can just kind of form opinions. You can go back. You can rewatch them. You can, read articles or watch your favorite, like the NBA show, like this. And yeah, I really like it. And so I hope it goes to 7, and I hope it does take a long ass time because it's the NBA Finals, baby.
I mean, the NBA has every reason to want this to go to Game 7. It just means more money for them. So they're in the same corner as all of us. We want a Game 7 series, okay? That's everybody and their mother wants that, including the NBA. The only people who don't want that is the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they're probably pretty tired.
Yeah. They've already played 2 Game 7 series.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Now, I think another part of this game that I think people are going to overlook the fact, but you could argue that Boston, I think, in a way, has the size advantage. And it's not like it's not huge by any means because the Warriors, basically everyone except, I think, Steph Curry and maybe Jordan Poole is at least 6'7" or 6'6", like Draymond Green 6'6", Andrew Wiggins 6'7", Klay Thompson 6'7", Kevin Looney 6'8", and then you have Andre Iguodala 6'7", Otto Porter 6'8". Okay, there's size on that Warriors team. I just think they're kind of lanky. They're skinny. I think the thing you see is the Celtics are clearly stronger, like physically, more dominant, and I think it's definitely something when you look at this team. I think that's going to be the difference maker is like, obviously the Celtics aren't going to be shooting 50% from the field, 51% from 3 every game. That's not going to happen. And I think at the end of the day, you're going to have to just be, honestly, I said this quote earlier today. It's not about how big the dog in the fight. It's about how big the fight in the dog is. And I think the Celtics just have more fight. Al Horford, 15 years, first NBA Finals game ever was tonight, and he balled out. Basically, the whole team. It's old guys' first time in their finals.
Yeah, every single one.
So I think it's just hunger. Who wants it more? I'm not saying that the Warriors don't want it badly. It's just they've been there, done that.
Yeah, I think that's like kind of the thing is they have, Boston doesn't have anything to lose. I mean, 20-21 after the halfway point in the regular season, and now you're in the NBA Finals. Now you just won Game 1 of the NBA Finals. We're dealing with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, who hasn't played in years, Draymond Green. They're all obviously at the tail end of their careers, even if they have a couple more years at this level in the tank. Like, they have all the pressure on the world on them. Like, whether or not it's deserving to Steph Curry, because I agree with Dre, I don't think it's deserving if he doesn't get a Finals MVP, let alone a Finals win here. But there's a lot more at stake for Golden State, and when you're dealing with a team like Boston, who they've actually, I know they haven't been to the Finals, but they've been in situations like they've been deep in the playoffs before. Yeah, they were super young, but they've been in this situation. Everyone counted them out. Everyone counted them out at the start of the season, especially later on, midway point through the season. They've never really gotten the respect that they deserved at any point at all in the regular season, in my opinion, unless you're a Boston Celtics fan. I never had people – every time I would make a video saying Boston Celtics could win the NBA Finals, I'd have everyone in the comment section that isn't a Celtics fan saying, yeah, all right, yeah, Boston winning the NBA Finals. It's like, well, it's not that crazy. It really isn't.
I think it comes back to the philosophy, why not us?
Yeah.
Why not us?
Why not?
Why
not me?
Yeah, exactly. Why not me? If you're putting in the work and you're doing everything you need to be, why can't it be you? We're all human. We're all made from the same, same composition. And I definitely think that's something. And I think they have a chip on their shoulder. And I think that chip is way bigger than the Warriors, because the Warriors chip is like, y'all forgot about us. Y'all counted us out. Y'all thought for 2 years. Okay. Like, you lost Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson.
And Steph had his little share of injuries as well.
Was it really injuries, or you think Steph just didn't want to play?
Whoa. That's fair.
I'm not saying that.
I don't have an answer for you, but that's fair.
Like, I don't think he was that hurt last year. I really think.
Craziest thing I've heard, yeah.
Why would they play him last year? There was no reason to play him, so they probably played him as minimal as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly feel like they held him out longer than they probably should have.
Yeah, it makes sense. I never thought of that. That's a good point.
Because if he had those injuries this year, he wouldn't have missed as many games as he did the year before, because it would have been more important. Yeah. They weren't playing for anything. And I think when you look at this, I think that the chip on the Celtics' shoulder comes back to, like you said, is from the beginning of the year. What were they, 14 and 15 at one point, or what, 20 and 21?
20 and 21, yeah.
20
halfway point through the season.
Exactly. So you think about that. That's a team that was under 500 when you got to the midway marker of the year and just literally turned it on. And they've said it's because of accountability. I don't know if have you watched any of Coach Udoka, M.A. Udoka's press conference? He is a ballsy motherfucker.
Is he really?
Oh, he calls out Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, like singles them out. And like, it's so funny because he's the first one who speaks, and he'll be like, yeah, so-and-so needs to do better. Like, they literally are turning the ball over. And like, Jaylen Brown will call him over and he'd be like, yeah, I know I need to do better. But he isn't just talking to me. He's talking to the whole team. And like, I feel like in the past, if Brad Stevens had done that, they would have been like, why is he singling me out? Why is that? No, like, and also supposing Marcus Smart now is like also like barking at people. And basically, like, people are being held accountable and being told, like,
fuck yeah,
don't do that shit. Like, yeah. It seems like there's a lot of camaraderie on that team.
I love that. I absolutely love that. We were talking about this not too long ago. The Bulls, they once, because what is it? His mom's from Chicago. I think Ime's mom's from Chicago. He interviews for the Bulls position, thought he got the job, and then it ends up going to BD. And I mean, yeah, it's looking tough right now, but I just, like, it's even just in life in general, like, you need accountability. Like, there is, like, it's even just small ass shit, like say a player does bad, like, I don't want to hear a single peep out of you. Like, I really don't. I don't care if you had 2 hours of sleep last night. I don't give a shit. That's not my problem. I don't care if you're like hungover, like, especially that's, I guess, not really applicable right now, but you get what I'm saying. Like, my shoulder's sore. Fuck off. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Figure it out. play your best. That's why you're on this basketball team. We need you to show up. And if you're not showing up, I'm going to call you out. Jason Tatum, you cannot do that at any point for the rest of this series. I guarantee you, if Jason Tatum has another game like that, they are not winning the basketball game. I guarantee you that. Ime's going to tell him that. He's going to tell him that.
I think you're right in a sense, but you also, Jason Tatum exemplified what you were saying before that was when he took accountability that, hey, my shot's not falling. It's not working tonight. So I need to find a different way to accommodate my game to be still be a positive on the floor for my team. And what did he do? He dropped 13 assists. And yes, I know you're 100% right. That guy cannot have another. What was it? I got to pull this up right. 3 of 17 from the field. 3 of 17. I don't care if you're 1 for 5 from 3. That's whatever. You got to still be a menace at attacking the rim, drawing the fouls, finding other ways to get your basket going. But again, he did the smart thing, the responsible thing, the accountable thing, which was to start basically bait and switch. Bait them in, switch the ball over to one of his teammates, let his teammates be the open man who take the shots because he knew that his teammates' shots were falling.
Yeah. Steph's the king at that, too.
100%.
So, yeah. I mean, exactly, yeah. And he knows, if there's somebody out there who's pissed off right now, it's Jason Tatum. I know they got the win. I know, he had a good stat line outside of the points and the field goal percentage, but, he's pissed off right now. I guarantee you, he's pissed off. So I highly doubt we see a similar performance to that unless Golden State. I like the way that they kind of guarded him. I like the way I've got full faith in Golden State just in general. I have a hard time believing Horford's dropping. Well, he dropped 26. But at the same time, Tatum did go 3 of 17, but they got a lot of good contributions. I know Boston's a deep ass team. I just don't think kind of like we talked about in our prediction podcast, where it's like I just really think the Warriors' experience is going to get to the Celtics' inexperience at some point. What's up, Gio? I don't know what you think, but I refuse to believe that anybody on Golden State right now is stressing. I have a hard time believing that. Jordan Poole didn't play well at all. Klay Thompson didn't really get he did all right, but he didn't really get going. He had a couple of Mickey Mouse points. So yeah, I'd say he actually didn't play well at all. But he was all right. Draymond, no. I know you're not relying on him on offense, but
you're relying on him for some playmaking.
it's. I don't know. And like I said, you could use the same thing with Tatum and Brown didn't really. Brown had a kind of iffy first quarter.
He cooked in the second half. He cooked.
So it can go both ways here, but
let's not act like they had a bad game. They shot 40% plus from 3, and I honestly think they just gave up in the second half. Really, the fourth quarter.
You got to keep the foot on the neck, dude. You got to keep the foot on the neck. So
that's a very, very you're towing the line with that phrase right there.
I know. I don't mean it in any other way other than just keep your foot on the gas. Version of that. But, I'm going for the kill. I like to conquer. That's how our society was formed. Conquering land. So
no. Imperialism at its finest. Oh,
I'm what's that dude's name? The King of Belgium. Fuck,
King Leopold. I actually had.
Yes.
You want to see something really funny? My grandfather was sent after he murdered my great grandfather to escape persecution for murdering him because my great grandfather was going to leave my grandmother for another woman in Yugoslavia in the 1930s. So my grandfather was sent to be the second-hand man of King Leopold III, the son of King Leopold II, the one who did all the genocides. I'll pull over. I have a letter from him.
What? What the fuck just happened, dude? Jesus Christ. All right, now we tune to our sponsors. Food for Charity. You can find them on foodforcharity.com. They help millions of kids every day eat food. And, it's a great cause. We've donated over $250 million. That's an antique. Holy shit. That's King Leopard.
I don't even know
my
how to show
God.
this correctly, but this is it. It's like signed by him.
Yeah. What the
Yeah, it's
fuck?
like right there. Leopold. I don't even know how to show that. And then where is it to? Right there. MD de Kolk is. I don't even know how to properly show this.
Holy shit. Dude, what in the hell? That's a small world. Shit.
Yeah, the thing's like 100 years old.
Yo, what the fuck? That's super cool.
Yeah, I don't know what shady shit my grandfather must have done besides
That's crazy. Yeah, I was just briefed on it, but that's crazy as hell.
Yeah, I also want to just say I kind of like broke the hanger part of it, taking it off the wall. So hopefully I can fix that later. It's like an old ass frame. Like it's
Yeah, it's. I mean, fuck, Leopold. That's
that geekish shit. Every time people bring up Leopold, I'll be like, yeah, my grandfather was like really close with his son.
damn, dude. I've never even just heard King Leopold like brought up in a casual conversation. So that's cool right there.
It's like really fucking weird.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, the more you learn on an NBA show.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but this is the one who didn't mutilate people in the Congo. This is the son of the guy who mutilated people in the Congo.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What were we even talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Conquering. Put on that.
So when I look at this Boston Celtics team, this is also I cannot go a full hour talking about this. We'll probably go a little past 30
Yeah,
minutes.
it's all good. You seem kind of gassed. It is late there. It's a little late there.
Yeah, it's 12:15.
I got lucky. I took a little nap around 4 p.m. So
I love naps. I'm a huge proponent for naps, but like they can't be long naps. They have to be like 30 minute naps, kid naps.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So, also, have you heard the story about Larry Hughes, the guy who played with LeBron James? His best friend, lifelong best friend, is Justin Tatum, Jason Tatum's father. Guess who's his godson is? Jason Tatum.
Oh.
Thought you were going to piece that one together.
Yeah. Well, wait. So
Larry Hughes, the guy that the
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers in 07 overpaid to be LeBron James' sidekick in the 2007 season when they went against the Spurs in the finals.
dog trash in 2K, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually dog shit in 2K. If you ever get him like when you're playing a pickup, the blacktop with your friends. Do you ever play blacktop with your friends?
No, I'm just thinking like if we're playing classics and you pick 06, 07 Cavs and you got to deal with everyone else not named LeBron James.
Do you not do 3 randoms when you play 2K with your friends?
When I play with my friends, yes, but my roommate and I, we have this like we like to do playoff series where we each pick a team and then we play the whole playoff 7-game series.
Okay, that's actually kind of fun. That's fun.
Well, actually, real quick, no one on earth is going to care about this more than me, but a couple of days ago, we played, we're playing the playoffs right now. We did Mavs versus the Jazz, and it was like game 4 or whatever. It's 4-minute quarters. It's on Hall of Fame. It's whatever. I scored 6 points in the first quarter with Luka Doncic, and I finished the game with 67 points. I broke 7 records. That's it.
Your friends.
I mean, it was like the coolest 2K game of my whole life, but sorry. I had to throw that in. It's such a flex, dude. 67 after 6 in the first? 4-minute quarters? Hall of Fame?
That is pretty ridiculous. I don't know what you were doing. You definitely have the 3-point slider turned up.
No, dude. I was just balling.
No, my favorite player in 2K, any 2K version in the last 4 years, Brandon Roy, all time. Brandon Roy. Holy crap. You play me in blacktop with Brandon Roy, I pull up from like half court. He has like, for some reason in that game, he has like 99 moving shooting, 99 like off screen shooting, and he's like 99 all 3-point shooting, and he just literally Steph Curry that thing. He's like 6'6", so it's just like people forget Brandon Roy.
You got PS4 or what you got?
I have an Xbox S next gen. Actually, I wanted a PS5, but I like spent a week looking for a PS5 the week they came out, and instead I got myself an Xbox. I got it the week it came out. I spent way too much time on the internet trying to get one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, let me tell you, not worth the money. I don't play enough video games anymore. I play video games every day, but I can only play like an hour or two, or I feel like a piece of shit because I wasted my day.
No, I feel the same. That's why I don't stream. I only really play video games if I'm streaming, and I don't do it till like after midnight if I'm gonna do it.
I only play video games after midnight when I'm like to fall asleep. Like I literally play from like 1 to 3 in the morning, and like by 3 a.m. I'm nodding out. Plus I'm like smoking hella weed while I'm doing it. So
yeah,
like,
same. Yeah, 100%.
It's like, and like,
it's perfect.
It's a great combo. But so listen to this. The Boston Celtics are the first team in NBA history to win a finals game by double digit after trailing by double digits entering the fourth quarter. Their win probability fell as low as 4% when they were down 15 near the end of the third quarter. I'll share this to show you guys.
Damn.
Yeah,
it's impressive. That's very impressive.
One second, let me pull this up. Shout out The Athletic for just being goated. But yeah. Right here. Look at that. Look at that shit. And then their just win probably went up. Like this was the.
It's like.
Is that wild?
Like Bitcoin chart, yeah. Holy shit. I think it's down there. Just in general, that whole game that chart seemed super volatile.
Give me 1 second. My laptop's like low. There we go.
Oh, yeah, sure.
For some reason, I had it plugged into my adapter, and it was just not responding. Am I frozen or no?
Yeah.
I am. Let me turn off this camera. I noticed I have no idea how to fix this. Let me just remove my.
Ooh, I got free control.
Oh, dude, there's a stop camera button. I just found out. Okay, it just said your camera's just effed, and you just have a good day. So,
it said not our problem. Figure it out later.
Yeah,
it's late. Don't bug me.
That's literally what they said. They're like, after midnight on the East Coast, we just don't help you anymore with your problems. Damn, I'm actually now like really thinking about like, how am I gonna go about fixing this? Like, first off, this is just not. Oh wait, you don't. The camera's frozen. I was about to show you, so like I can't show you. All right. Any thoughts before I have nothing else I could talk about this NBA game? Is there also supposedly the reason Quinn Snyder is definitely not coming back?
Oh shit! Really?
Well, that's just me saying this. But first off, have you seen the 19-minute video of Quinn Snyder explaining that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are like they do get along? He's like I've seen them eat together at the lunch table before, but I wouldn't say they carpool together. It's just
this sounds odd. Can I like find this on YouTube?
Yes, just search up. It's like a 19-minute video of Quinn Snyder like explaining that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert do get along. It's one of the best videos on earth.
I don't want to treat this like a Netflix show, like hit a ball.
Yeah, no, you have to, because he doubles down. He just keeps doubling down. You're like, did this really need 19 minutes of you explaining? Like, I feel like the longer it went on, the less we believed you.
How long ago was it?
When was like the peak Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert? Was that like near All-Star Weekend or like right before the playoffs where they were not getting along?
Okay. So this season.
It was this season. It was this season peak like, and supposedly from what it seems like is Quinn Snyder is just over with his team in the sense that he's pissed off that they gave him no perimeter defenders. Like, that the team is just terrible. Like, they literally, the roster is constructed terribly, and he just hated it. Shout out at Mr. 81. This is one of my guys. Warriors choked. Yes, they did. Also, you spelt that almost like chode, but or
Chocked.
it's chocked.
Warriors chocked. It's like a New Yorker.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. That's one thing I can't do. I can't do impressions. Like I have.
Oh, really?
Can you do
That
any?
surprises me.
I can't do any impressions. Like I can contort my voice weirdly, but it's just weird sounding voices. But like, this is my British. Hello, mate. Top of the morning for you. That's so bad.
There's nothing there for me.
Hello, governor. That's like the closest. That's the closest I could do. But yeah,
I used to be
you.
able to get British. Yeah. I'm a big golfer, so anytime on my golf podcast I mention Rory McIlroy, I'm like, Rory McIlroy from Northern Ireland. But I'm not good at it either, so. But I'll still do it.
I could do like the commentator voice of like a golfer. So wait, ready? We're watching the grass grow. Can you please be quiet? I want to hear the grass grow. Look at that putt. What a solid putt. Oh man, could the crowd be any more louder? Please don't clap. Mr. 81, we know I'm frozen. This has been like 5 minutes. We're wrapping this show up, but I got froze. I don't know. StreamYard just said F me. Either way, when I get back home, I want to figure out. Either way, in the next month or so, I want to build a PC. Even I have a MacBook and an iMac, and I don't know why I need a third computer, but I was just doing research that if I have a Windows computer, because I only have a Mac desktop and a Mac laptop, I'm very limited to the programs I can use.
Okay.
Like, if I download OBS on Windows, I can download a lot more stuff illegally easier on Windows.
Yeah.
But there's more plugins available for Windows programs than Apple.
It's interesting. I had a Windows and I hated it. Once I got I didn't hate it at the time, but once I got my Mac, I didn't love it. But once I got my Mac, I was like, this is way better. But OBS, I used to stream like off my phone with OBS. Apparently, OBS isn't too great on the Mac. So
yeah, OBS is horrible on the Mac. Like I use it for recording because you can have your filters already in there, so I don't have to do any post except just throw it on in my editing software and then just do it. But OBS for streaming is goddamn awful because like there's no plugin for a ticketer. The plugin for the ticketer is only for the Windows version, and like all the cool plugins are only for the Windows version of OBS.
Perfect.
Yeah, and OBS is like, if you aren't, the main thing like professional studios use are called TriCasters, which is like $2,000 that I don't have to spend. And it's like a massive board with like levers and shit, and you can like zoom in cameras, and you can pivot shit, and you can like set up like basically like cue graphics and cue shit up before. It's like really cool. Like we use them at the journalism school. It's like what news broadcasts do, but OBS is basically like that, but it's on your computer, and you can basically do like 60% of what a TriCaster can do from your computer, but only on the Windows version. You can do the Mac is just like bare bones.
Perfect.
All right, I'm done. Here, I'll probably edit this and upload this before sleep.
Cool.
Onto the Spotify, but this will be already out on YouTube. Goodbye, people. I hope you guys do have a great day. What is your prediction for Sunday?
Warriors.
Yeah, I got Warriors too. They're going to take the next game. But besides that, I think, man, this is going to be great playoffs. I'll see you Monday.
Yeah, cool.
All right, boy. Peace, bro.